All right, so I appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get into more of the content creator side. When did you decide that you wanted to become a content creator?
It's hard to answer that question. I would say 2000, I think 2020, but I didn't make my first YouTube channel until 2022, till January. And I didn't make my first, or well, release my first video until I think April. It was like April 26th of 2022. Yeah. But
Okay, so your first video came out in 2022 in April.
yeah. But I think I decided to be a content creator like long before that. I just didn't know, you know. Like I was telling my wife that the other day, when we came back, because we lived in Texas years ago. I don't want to jump ahead, you know, so I'll just make this short. We lived in Texas years ago, and then we came back to New York. And when we came back, I came back under the premise that they were going to legalize. And so when they did, I didn't wait, but when they did, you know, I jumped right on it. That's when I became a content creator. But all that time before that, I had my camera and I was recording all of my different grows. I would take mad pictures. I tried editing and whatnot. I didn't know what I was doing back then, but I'm glad that I took the route, you know, because that was kind of like my preparation time. I didn't even know. I had no idea, you know.
And what was it that first inspired you to even start thinking about becoming a content creator?
I was in my mind wondering why these, you know, why all these guys are and gals, why all these people are on YouTube with their showing their grows. You know, it had to be
Mhm.
something to it, you know. So I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was money. I didn't know it was freedom. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew I wanted to be a part of that crowd, you know.
And I remember you had told me that before you had started watching my videos a couple years ago.
Absolutely. Well, how that worked out actually was my wife was watching Goodies 420. I don't know how most people who watch YouTube watch it on their big screen at home, and
Mhm.
so that's where she had you. And I'm sitting there one day, and I'm like, I know this guy just left a comment on my channel. I know that's him because you had left a comment on my channel, and you had said something towards the nature of "You're making me seasick. Hold the camera steady" or something like that, you know.
Right, right, right,
And I'm like, that's Space Drop Keys, but over here it says Goodies 420. I didn't know what was going on. You know,
right,
I see YouTube is really it's bigger than what most people think. You know,
right.
but
So
yeah, my
some
wife.
people don't realize that you can have multiple channels. So they get confusing sometimes. Like, yo, I thought your name was this, but why are you over here? And
Right,
I was getting at any like, hold on, you showed me how to grow mushrooms. Why are you cook? You're cooking on you. And I get the same thing. You got a gambling channel. Hold on, you showed me how to grow, and you got a
right,
gambling channel. So yes,
right.
I get that all the time. I'm the same bass drop keys, just
Yes,
another
sir.
channel. That's
Yeah,
all.
she was watching you consistently. Like there were a couple others. She was trying to learn how to cook, if you
Right,
will,
right.
not
Got you right.
And
And so
so,
then you said, yo, I think I can do that too.
well, I was already on YouTube, but I didn't understand. Like was saying earlier, I didn't understand why people were doing it. You know, like and I kept hearing you say this word "sponsored." You know, this video
Right.
is sponsored by. That video is sponsored by. And then I don't know. I looked into it, and like I said, you had left a comment on my video, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like confirmation from the universe. Like, no way he saw me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm
But
like,
then I also told you, remember I told you, yo, you got something. I think that you could be a nice content creator. Let me give you a couple pointers here and there, but I was like, yo, you got something. I think you can do this if you really put your mind to it. You can really do this.
yeah, you definitely did. You definitely inspired me in a lot of different ways, bro. I appreciate you all the way.
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. Whenever your wife was watching me, you had already started your channel or you hadn't started your channel yet?
Oh yeah, I had already started my channel in 2022, and then I think she was watching you like we we were watching YouTubers long before I started my channel. So she
Okay.
had already been watching you, but then I had already had my channel,
Hmm.
right? And then you left a comment one day, and I had connected the dots, and I'm like, yo, that guy is over here leaving a comment on my channel. She's like, no way, nah. Nah, that ain't possible. But yeah, we was watching you consistently, learning how to use the different machines and whatnot.
My magical butter machine, right?
Yeah, and then I was already in the basement with it, you know, and so we just put two and two together. Like, let me really take this serious because I want to be sponsored. I want to be. I mean, no,
I try to make a career out of it.
right. I want to do what he did. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
Not necessarily exactly what you did, but I want to go down that path. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you. You want to be a content creator that can make a living from making content.
Word.
Got you. So you started your first video came out April 2022.
Right.
So you're what, 3.5 years in now?
I think you're right. Yeah. I'm going on
Three and a half
4 years.
years in.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
great. That's great. If you guys have watched any of my previous content, then you know how much I love the North Sport products. If you guys want to get any of the great North Sport products for yourself, use the code BassDropKeys. That will save you 10% off any order at northsport.com.